What's the 30-day world syndrome? Okay, how about hero to zero? Have you ever heard that before? What's hero to zero mean?
Have a good month one month and terrible the next.
Or we knock it out in February, we're at the top of the board, but then on March 1st, we start all over again, right? Look, the automobile dealership runs on a 30-day financial statement. That's fine for the automobile dealership. But I find that too many salespeople end up working in 30-day increments, meaning they run as hard as they can in February and then start all over in March, completely forgetting about what you did in February, meaning we're not going to stay in touch with those customers. We're going to make the perfunctory factory calls. I get that. And then we'll maybe contact them 2 or 3 times a year. If your CRM, you show up, you guys have your CRM that tells you when you're supposed to call somebody. So we try to do that so we don't get yelled at by management. But we don't cultivate a clientele. You gotta get rid of the 30-day world syndrome. You're in this, I mean, you might as well be in it. Say you're in it for life. George, how long you plan on selling cars?
30 years, 20, 30 years, bro.
Okay, I don't know what the real answer is, but commit yourself. Act like you're going to be in it for the rest of your life. Okay, you've been doing it a short period of time. You may find out it's not for you. Okay, Tommy, is selling cars for everybody?
No.
No. Ronnie, is selling cars for everybody?
No.
No. In fact, it takes a special breed of person to do it. Frederica, how long you been doing this?
4 years.
Okay, you're getting a clue. You're getting a clue. If you hated it, you wouldn't still be doing it. Good for you. Good for you. Behave like you're going to be in it for the rest of your life. That means the people you sold in February can pay huge dividends down the road. Okay? Now, obviously, they're not going to buy another car in a couple months, in most cases, unless they've got a family member who might. But they know people who will be in the market. And if they know your name, if they know to send them to you, your referrals will skyrocket. Don't let anyone you help buy a new or used car ever forget you. And in order to do that, you've got to contact them at least 12 times a year. Again, the messages aren't going to be obnoxious messages. What's the message, Tommy?
If there's anything I can do for you, reach back to me.
Exactly. It's that damn simple. And I'm telling you, it'll be the first time in your customer's history of buying cars, and I don't care how many cars they bought, that they will have heard from their salesperson more than a couple times a year. And they'll not forget who you are. Don't ever forget someone you helped buy a new car or used vehicle. That means you got to maintain the relationship. It's not the customer's responsibility to maintain the relationship with you. It's your responsibility to maintain the relationship with the customer. And you noticed I didn't say don't let anyone you sold a new or used car forget you, and I didn't say don't let anyone who you sold a car, or don't forget anybody you sold a car to. If I ask you what you did for a living, what would you tell me?
Sold cars.
You sell cars, okay? The best salespeople in the world don't sell cars anymore. What do?
Help people buy.
They help people buy cars. Now, it's an attitude and a mindset, and it's not just a matter of semantics. I've had salespeople say, it's the same thing, Steve. No, it's not the same thing. If I, as a customer, perceive you as someone actually trying to help me buy and make a good buying decision, am I more or less likely to buy a vehicle from you?
More likely.
I'm more likely. If I perceive you as the stereotypical car salesperson, am I more or less likely to buy from you?
Less likely.
Less likely. I know salespeople who at meet and greet now let the customer know they're not going to sell them a car. I mean, their meet and greet literally starts off with, if you're just looking today and you don't need to buy a car, that's cool. If you've been on the internet, and I hope you have, you got some information, you don't need to be sold a car today. If you'd allow me, I'd love to help you buy a car. And you'd be amazed at how the customer's state changes. Because when they show up here, what's the customer's mood? Happy to see you? Look, a car salesperson, give the son of a bitch a hug.
Run away, run away, run away.
Yeah, right. We're just looking, we ain't buying. Well, if I say it first, they can't say it. If I say, Frederick, if you're just looking today, no problem. You don't have to buy, no problem. Now she can't say it. So I don't have to worry about it. By the way, what's my intention?
Summer.
To deliver, not sell her a car, deliver her a car today. Make no mistake about that. But I want her to see me as different than the other sons of bitches out there that create the bad image we have.